It's the one on this Sputnik. Bring you guys another gameplay commentary. This is Elder Scrolls Online, and it's a commentary I honestly wish I didn't have to do, because I don't really like to get into this console versus bullshit. I'm sorry, versus PC bullshit kind of debate. Right? I stand by the video I made, and all the things I said in there. I stand by them. Right? So I'm finding this guy Animation Cancel, and he made a video, which, you know, I thought the video was, I didn't think anything was wrong with the video. We had good fights, and, you know, I enjoyed the fights, which was fine. You know, I took L's, which is not, it's not even a problem. I shouldn't even have to say the setup that I'm rocking right now. You know, normally people will say, well, you know, it's my first time running medium, which it is. You know, I'm rocking some experiment. Yes, it is. Right? And I just wanted to get the feel for thing, which I was. But none of those things matter, because I was enjoying myself. And I'll point out some areas where, you know, PC players and console players are so much different in terms of pressure. Right? But if you look at that video, you should listen to what players had to say, right? And it comes from both sides, and I'm not here to be like, let's all get along. I don't really give two fucking shits. I don't, right? I'm not a fan of the way a majority of console players operate. I'm not a fan of that anyway, but we tend to have our shit internally. Like our beefs and our issues, it's usually with other PS4 NA players. Like, we never really venture out into PC because, to be honest with you, we just don't care, right? We have a lot of players on PS4 NA that represent a different mindset when it comes to ESO, and that's understandable, right? You know, I've had issues with a variety of players, but, you know, and those players have always been solid players. So even though we don't see eye to eye in a lot of things, we all have this way we filter things, right? On console, you cannot run cheesy shit and get away with it. Players will call you out. Players are just, that's just the way it is. Like, people run Fury, and that's a major issue on console. Right? On PC, that's not the case. PC, you know, 99.9% of the duels I've had, I've won. And a majority of the ones I've lost, I've always lost the cheese. This guy didn't cheese me. You know, I played, like, we fought straight up. But not one time did I, and this is no disrespect to him, not one time did I feel pressure. Trust me. I've fought, not in this class, because I've only been playing this class for, what, 2 weeks? But if I played this guy on my Macplar, it would be a completely different story. Like, and I still didn't feel pressure on this class. If I fought this person on my Magic Templar, it would be a completely different story. And that's not how I am. I don't want to play a class and fight a player where I feel most comfortable on. Because I'm losing. Like, my thing is, I always want to play straight up and test myself, right? I've learned a lot dueling in the last, what, 3 weeks, and it's all thanks to these PC players just dealing with the cheese, running into you know, which is rare, running into solid players who play straight up, you know. But back to this, in terms of pressure. I said this on the video where it's console versus PC. I didn't feel pressure from this guy, and it's not a negative to him. He just he'll space out his burst. He never tries to drop, and maybe that's something he was doing. Maybe he was taking it easy on me, but he never tries to drop everything all at the same time. On console, that's what console players do. If they're fighting you, they will drop it at a moment's notice. And I fought some really good Nightblades. Warrior Gauge, really good Nightblade. right? I might not see eye to eye with that motherfucker about a few things, but really good Nightblade. I fought Noble, crazy pressure, and they all time their pressure. They hit you with everything at the same time, and then they say to you, recover. And on PC, it's a little bit different. And here's the other thing that I can't understand. PC has I understand why, and I'll get to that. They have the better platform in terms of performance. They have everything is so much better on the PC. And the only reason I can see why they would have to leave PC to come to console and create some kind of issues is because they don't have the representative and they don't have the community that console has. They just don't have it, right? They just don't have it. I guess in toxicity breeds some kind of level of checks and balance. If you run some cheesy shit, players will call you out on it, and they will make videos about you on console. And everybody will know you run some cheesy shit, and you will not be considered a good top tier player. You just won't be that. That's just how console is. That's not the same case on PC. It's not at all. And if you look at that video and you read the comments, there were so many players on there that I've blocked. I didn't even know who these guys were, but they would come to my channel. I've seen them on King of Games stream, and I've blocked them. I don't even know who they are. And the thing is, they don't have representatives, right? I fought some solid players. There's a guy, I forget his name, Lars, a nice sort. I know he plays other classes. That guy, I uploaded a video on that guy, and it was out of context. I apologize, and that's the way I think. And he didn't take it any which way. I sent him a friend request, and it was all cool, right? I found out like the dude had a stream. I checked the stream out. It was all just cool and relaxed, right? And that person is just focused on his shit. And that's what I think PC players need to do, man. Like, focus on your stuff, right? Stop trying to create this mindset that it's console versus PC. It's not. You guys have the better platform. You just have a better platform. That's what it's a fact. No one is disputing that. But you just don't have the competitive approach. And ESO is not competitive. But on console, you cannot get away with cheesy shit. It just doesn't work. And on PC, that's the case, right? And you guys don't have representatives on PC. You have Feng Rush. You know what I'm saying? You had Cody, who was a good representative. You had Blobs, but the way you guys operate, you got rid of them. You got rid of them for no reason. I just don't get that. Like, people might call console toxic, but we don't go out of our way to get rid of people. What we do is we try to see each other on, in Cyrodiil, anywhere. That's how it goes. We all want to fight. We all try to do shit, and that's how it is. But on PC is a little bit more dangerous. You say some shit to someone, you get the whole squad just coming after you and trying to get you out of the game. Like, they did that shit to Cypher. Everybody knew Cypher, account shared, but somebody must have had to try to snitch on the dude. I don't know the specifics. I might just be talking out of my ass, but the point I'm trying to make here is PC has better everything in terms of just the hardware and the performance. But when it comes to the community, you have no way to safeguard and prevent cheesy shit because no one is there kind of policing it. We have our own internal checks and balances, and that's just, that's the thing I appreciate about console. You guys can say all the shit you want, but at the end of the day, that's why PS4 NA is still thriving. That's why we have a variety of content creators. That's why we have a base of people who still support this game and still enjoys this game, and that's how we function. That's not evident on PC, even though I'm thinking about making the transition. I'm attempting to learn to use the keyboard because I think the performance is so much better. But you guys just have a weird way of dealing with shit. It's like